Hello everybody, I just wanted to share this trade look from Max from I think it was last week. Um, well, he attended the workshop, like the workshop before you, so he has experience of a little bit more than 1 year since the workshop ended. Now he has developed really nicely as a trader, and let's just have a look at his trade. So his weekly result is actually higher than that because he took another trade, I think 2 hour trade. So his weekly result is actually 14, 15 hour for that week. So let's have a look at that. Well, initially I can see, well, he was trading the yen, yeah, right? So there was a nice move in the yen, and he was trading different cross pairs of the yen where patterns occurred. Now let's have a look. Now let's have a look at that. I really like his comment here. So he saw this yen weakness, and that's why he focused basically on trading this, right? And the idea, right? The idea in trading is to go the path of least resistance, and that's what he's saying here. Well, he's taking the easiest trades. Sometimes as a trader, you want to make difficult things work, right? Well, basically, good trading is boring, and you want to take the easiest trades, and that is the boring part, right? And the easiest part, and the other part where the easiest money and the best money and the most consistent money is made. So he saw this weakness in yen and was just capitalizing on that, right? Then he noticed, and this is the power of being a discretionary, rule-based discretionary trader. So when he started, well, he saw that he slipped into being a bit overactive, right, and taking lower quality trades. Well, he saw this. Well, that's a pattern as well, right? A pattern in as a trader. And when he saw that, well, he stopped it, right? So he focused back on good quality, and he still made it a great week, right? Despite he was trading a bit less. So being aware of what you're doing and what you're thinking is important as a trader, and this is what you're basically learning as well when you develop as a trader. So he focused back on trade quality, and obviously it worked out brilliantly, right? And Yeah, it's all about awareness and mental state. Now, having a 15-hour week, right, that's basically achieving the minimum quarterly hour goal, right? The goal of 3 months in 1 week, right? Having a weekly hour goal of 2, well, it's a minimum hour goal, right? It's not that you should stop when you achieve 2 hours. We see it here with Max. He basically went for as much as he could once he had achieved 2 hours. Now let's have a look at his trades, and I'm looking at this basically the first time here, right? So well, that's an S2, a 15 minute S2. Well, beautiful. When I look at a trade, I'm looking at, okay, what catches my eye first. It's not necessarily that I go from the first to the second to the third chart. So what catches my eye is that TC1 is in a full-blown trend, right? 6x, 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 and a very strong trend. We've got correct order of moving averages, even the 200 here, all along what we see in TC1. And then the next thing that grabs my attention is that, oh, we've got a series of consecutive bull bars, right, here in TC3, and we have broken the high. So now we are actually, well, it's not only a consecutive bull bars, we could actually expect now getting a big green bar, because we just have broken this, and we might get a stop run. The third thing, most important, that catches my attention is, well, that all 5 time frames are in an uptrend, right? So there's a lot of room to go. Well, we have already put in a relatively big weekly bar, but this can go much further. So we're basically trading the momentum here, and what we see the momentum move here too, right? So now this is an S2 pattern. It has some white space, but it's not that an issue with S2. We can nicely see how these lows here are nicely embedded, right, in the moving averages. And this gives me another confirmation that this might actually be a great trade. We saw this before happen here, it worked out. We saw it before happen here, it worked out. So why shouldn't it work out now if we get a low risk entry? Now the entry is here. I'm not sure if he got in late and then he took entry here on the pullback back to the flat, but the standard entry is basically when it breaks the line, and the stop goes right here. That's correct. The last dominant higher low, and and this is a nice trade with swing potential. So let's see how that worked out. Okay, we didn't get a big green bar, but it just went higher basically, right? And that's a nice that's a really nice trade. How much did it do? 3R, right? One trade, achieving the minimum weekly R goal. Next one is another yen, trading yen weakness, another S2. So that looks similar, right, than the prior one. So this is a bit different here. So we have not broken to a new high. Well, that's an S1 here, right? On the daily chart, you can draw a line here, flat line. That's an S1 in full, yeah, in the full making. Now running for this stop, and this is in an uptrend too. So that's another great trade, right? And it developed nicely. So whenever your first trade is in break even, well, you can add another one, right? And well, this is another pair. Like, let's see, this was pound yen, this is cat yen. Yeah. So yeah, absolutely, you can take up to 2 hour open risk in different when you trade different currency pairs. Now this is euro yen. Now that's an S1, clearly, right? Plain vanilla standard type of S1, nicely testing the 21. We even have a test of 8. Well, that's in a momentum move, right? So that's a stop run move, another S1 here, right? We don't know, we never know when this ends, so we just trade momentum in higher time frames till it ends. Now this is a very tight stop entry, low risk entry. It seems like he got out here. I'm not sure why, but that looks like a good trade. Let's have a quick look here. Okay, well, he thought he should have not taken the trade. I think it's a good trade. I think that's well takeable, but he was not convinced anymore, and he just got out of it, which is absolutely fine. Now this is an S1. Well, that's an S2. This is another S2, very tight stop, right? We're looking for higher lows that are close to entry, so a very tight stop here, nicely embedded in within the EMAs. Again, here we're in a momentum move, 5 time frames, well, 6 time frames in an uptrend. I think that's a very good trade. It didn't work out. Well, that's it, right? It's part of the losing bag. Still a great trade, just a loss. Here another S2. Okay, he's chosen this stop exactly, right? Tight stop here. The last dominant higher low. And looks very good. The higher time frames again in a momentum move. Well, this is actually shooting for this high, right? So this as well has swing potential. We might get there, get here, we might get rejected from the level, or we might break through, and then it makes it a huge R multiple. Let's see what it did. Okay, we got very close here. So why did he get out? I would stay in this. I would just swing trade it, and this has easily achieved the 4R level, right? So let's just see what happened here. Okay, so I'm not sure why there was a stop out here. I think that I would like to go for this stop run and then see a big green bar develop. But anyway, it was a 3R result, right? Now we've got another S1, very tight stop. Now here we've got white space. Here's white space, another area of white space, another white space. We don't have a lot of flat line and compression on this S1. So with this S1, I'm a little bit well, this one I don't take this one, for example, right? Well, it was a big R multiple. Well, if the market responsiveness is very high, like whatever you touch turns to gold, well, you can lower your quality criteria, right? So this is basically a pattern where I say, well, it's average or it's below average quality. In a high market responsiveness, well, you trade those, right? And that's what Maks did. Nice momentum move going higher. Beautiful, right? So he was capitalizing on this week on yen weakness across all different cross pairs, and well done, fantastic.